Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're taking a look at the 40th installment, dear God, what are we doing with our lives, of what I like to call Ticked Off Thins Tuesdays, where we take a look at various responses to this question.
Hey, fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
As per tradition, we will be deploying Punchy, the Punch Pillow. How's it going there, Punchy? The worst kind of loneliness is the kind that you feel when you're in a room full of people. Oh, Punchy. Yes, it is. We've got 5 clips to take a look at today, and as usual, I'm going to be playing a good old-fashioned game of Ticked Off Thins Bingo. I'm going to make some predictions about what those 5 videos are going to be, even though predicting is not part of traditional bingo. I'm going to give it a good old-fashioned I'm so confident, flirting, I do what I want, I do what I want, I do what I want. Knowing better than a doctor, we already have an I'm so confident, so I'm not going to mark I'm so hot. I think that's a little redundant. So how about taking the elevator? What are your predictions? Lock in your answers below. In order to tranquilize me and help calm my boiling blood, I must first apply comb to mustache.
Hey, fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
Existing.
How dare you? You know, I did not mark existing for this episode. For the first time, I did not mark existing, and so they're probably all just gonna say, dang it.
Every public place I've ever been in has made...
Every public space?
Every public place I've ever been in, public space.
Those public spaces can be real tricky.
Has made me feel like I need to minimize myself so that I can get out of the way of thin people.
Every public space that you've been in makes you feel like you need to minimize yourself to get out of the way of thin people. So a public space, obviously, that joke is dead now. A public space is making you feel like you need to minimize yourself for the benefit of thin people. That's weird. A public space has never made me feel any kind of way. Well, I mean, not that specifically. You know, that's a very specific way to feel from a public space. Dude, this outdoor arena is very fat-phobic. I can feel it. I can feel the fat-phobic vibes, dude. Alright, man. You guys feel a lot. Y'all feel a lot of stuff with nobody saying anything. It's weird, man. It's kind of weird. You know what I feel? Not a damn thing. Fools! Fools! You still feel stuff?
Another thing I've noticed is when thin people are doing a task that requires them to be physical and you're sitting down somewhere because you're not doing the same task, they get real mad. Translation:
the boss keeps yelling at me for sitting down on the job when everybody else is standing up working. Yeah, bosses do tend to get mad at you when you don't work. Sons of bitches. I'm tired. I'm tired, alright? Can't you guys see that I'm tired? I told you when I came in, boss. I'm tired, and I need to lay down for a while. Okay, I'm not really here to, like, work or get stuff done. Dude, stop. Next thing you know, you're gonna want me to be competent. Dude, God. These employers, am I right?
Because they act like you should be up and moving around because...
That's weird. They want you to be up and moving around and working at a job. They want you to work at a job. Dude, what the heck? Who's running this corporation that you work for? They sound tyrannical.
You need to work off your fucking weight.
What? Your boss never said that, dude. Stop.
And this one's for thin men specifically.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Strap yourselves in, gentlemen.
How dare I just be in their line of vision?
Okay. I don't recall getting mad at anybody for that. I'm fairly thin myself. I'm not mad. I ain't mad at you.
If they have to look at me, I should at least be hot, right?
No, that's a weird way of thinking. I don't know. Are there any dudes out there that are that stupid? They're like, every woman must be a drop-dead gorgeous model, dude. Otherwise, you have no value. As if all of us are drop-dead gorgeous models. Like, as if the dude that's saying that is some kind of model. I highly doubt it. The kind of dudes that say stuff like that, rarely are they a model themselves. How about that? Either way, I don't think that anybody said any of this stuff to this person. I think that she got all this information from a casual glance. A dude looked at her like this, and then she was like, He thinks I don't deserve to exist because I am not thin or traditionally attractive and XYZ. You could really read a lot into a look, man.
I'm not lying when I say one time a man walked up to me and said, "You look like a walking beanbag."
Oh my god. Okay, I believe this for some reason. I'm looking in your eyes and I'm seeing the truth to this statement. Somebody really did say that to this person. I'm psychic, bro. I'm telling you.
Fuck you. Oh, and the fact that
Alright, man. I'm sorry that somebody called you a beanbag, because that's messed up.
I think my fat ass is pretty gorgeous. Even if they don't. They hate that one.
Alright, so there was a lot of stuff in there. There was exist. There was men think that you have to be hot just to exist. There was the guy calling her a beanbag. And then there was her saying that she's actually pretty confident in herself. So we got a lot of ones in there. I'm gonna chalk that up to I'm so confident. Even though most of those stories were about people being garbage to her, she did say something about confidence towards the end there, so I'm marking that one. Next.
Hey, fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
Can I get a patty melt with bacon, jalapenos, large fries, and a Diet Coke?
Okay, you're ordering some kind of fast food. Knock it off. That actually does aggravate me. Stop eating that. No matter who you are, you don't need that, my friend. I'm not angry at you. I'm angry on your behalf. Is this the thing you do that sticks it to thin people? Thin people hate it when I cancel myself slowly over the course of several years in a very pathetic way. Can you imagine dying and then on your tombstone it was like, she just really liked cake. She just really liked pies. Like, isn't that a pathetic way to die? I think it is. Even dying of like a drug overdose or something is pathetic, but it's got like way more of a rock star ring to it than like, he really liked cake. Like, God, that's such a pathetic way to die. Thin people hate it when I abuse my body all the time. Are you sure that thin people hate this, or it's not just your body that hates this? Are you sure it's not just every single cell in your body screaming out in agony for some kind of nourishment? Or is it thin people that hate this behavior? I would argue that it is your internal organs that hate this behavior the most. Slowly killing myself with fast food to stick it to everyone around me. Not upon my list. Pity. That crayon just fell on the floor. Yes, I'm marking these off with a crayon, like a big boy. Next.
Fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
I exist.
Dang it. Didn't I tell you last week to stop existing? It's really getting on my nerves. Oh wait, that was somebody else. Literally every week, several people say exist, and I get angry and I punch this pillow. It's my shtick. Why would I be mad at them existing if I don't even know that they exist? Psych! Punchy's coming for you! Ah! I'm gonna make a horror movie, Attack of the Pillows. It's just gonna come flying up at your neck, and you're like, God, get it off! And you throw it off, and there's just blood just pouring out. Once a pillow has a taste for blood, they become insatiable. There is no stopping them. Are you still watching? Stop making weird faces at the camera. That wasn't for existing, that was for the weird faces. What kind of a goofball makes weird faces at a camera? So that was a classic exists, which I did not mark, but we've had a couple of so far, of course. Since I didn't mark it, they are all going to be exists, because reasons. I don't know, man. I don't know how this universe works, but I know that it seems to be against you a lot. Why would I care if you exist? My existence is pain. Oh, Punchy, right? Your painful existence couldn't possibly be as bad as the excruciating minutia that is our day-to-day lives. Next.
Hey, fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people?
Probably, message them on the apps.
I told you to stop sending me dick pics, bro. Dang. They get upset when I message them on the apps. You message them a picture, some photos, perhaps. Maybe some photos of you, or parts of you. Is that the kind of photos they're getting upset about? Man, y'all are just fat phobic, dude. Because you're sending lewd photos to people. Oh, that's a classic. You send a bunch of lewd photos to somebody, and then when they're like, what the heck, dude? You sent all this crap to me? You're like, if that ain't the most fat-phobic thing I've ever heard. This chick, dude.
The audacity.
Strike that. The gall of you to message them. How dare you, sir?
Happy Pride.
All right, I guess it was dudes he was messaging then. All right, so thin people get mad when you message them on a dating app. You know, that's not on my list. Next. This one, they have the audio for Professor Brain Fever muted, so I will provide it. Hello, thin people. What's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off thin people? For some reason, like, when I do it, I'm saying it slower than him. I don't know. I don't know how he contorts his face like that to make those sounds. I showed you guys before the way I have to contort my face to make it make a Professor Brain Fever voice. Fellow fat people, what's something that you do that you're pretty sure really pisses off? I don't know how he makes those sounds come out of his mouth without contorting his face in that fashion.
Exist? Now,
girl, stop. Exist? Oh no! Don't do that. I'm so mad, and that's so original. It's such an original statement. Yeah, I didn't mark exist. Like I said, dude, I'm literally getting nothing but exists because I did not mark exist on this paper. Who's running this, dude? Is this funny? Is this funny? Huh? You think this is funny, huh? I hope you're having a good laugh up there. Yeah. You ever do that? You ever do that? Things are just going awry. Everything is just going downhill, and you're just like, yeah, really? Okay. All right, dude. I see. I do that all the time, dude. I just look up at the sky. I'm like, okay. All right. All right, dude. I guess.
excuse me, because I've been having really bad hair days lately. But
your hair looks gorgeous. Calm down.
I saw this video. I had to jump on it. Honey, the list could go on and on.
Could it? Or could it begin and also end at exist?
People hate everything that fat people do. Exist, eat, be happy, wear whatever they want.
Do people hate when I eat and be happy and wear whatever I want? You see how crazy that sounds when I say it? You're like, what? Why? It's just as crazy when you say it, just so you know. It sounds just as crazy.
They hate to see us succeed. They hate to see us in the gym. They hate to see us...
Why? So you think that thin people are just caught up on everything that fat people are doing? Like we live this pathetic existence where we're living in the shadows of larger bodies or something. It does make sense to live in the shadow of a larger person because they cast a very big shadow. But other than that, none of us are like paying attention to what larger people are doing at all. Like, oh, that big man is going to see a movie. No, we can't do that. Like, dude, stop. Bunch of silly nonsense. I don't believe that any of these people are actually this narcissistic and delusional. I think this is some weird little act. This is some sort of I'm a very confident person kind of display, and we all know that that's not what confidence is. Confidence is when you're like, why won't you like me, you stupid dumb bitch. The fuck? That's confidence, as far as I know.
Do anything, honestly.
When you do anything, thin people are up in arms about it. That is so weird, man. What kind of thin people do you hang out with?
Why? I don't fucking know, nor do I fucking care.
I don't know. I think the why is a very important question that should be explored, because if we do explore it, we will soon learn that nobody's paying attention to you because it doesn't make sense on the why scale. You can usually determine if something is true or not by asking yourself, why? Why would they do this, right? If you can't come up with a good reason for why somebody would do something, chances are they wouldn't. Right? Would I go out of my way to pay attention to what other people are doing, even though I have my own problems? No, obviously. Who would even have time for that, right? Aren't we all busy? Don't you have a job? We all got jobs and kids and obligations and all this stupid crap. Got those goddamn TPS reports that I have to have on his desk by Monday? Oh.
Because no fucking hater is gonna make me stop living my life.
Yeah, probably because they never said a word to you. You got all this from, like, your own insecurities. You assume that people are watching you and judging you negatively, but they are busy judging themselves negatively because we're all caught up in our own stuff. You think I don't have my own obligations? I'm busy worrying about what Brenda is eating and existing, or whatever your name, and doing.
The way I want to live it, just because they don't fucking like it.
I don't know, man. Nobody thinks. People honestly don't even think. Like, none of what you're saying makes any sense.
Got me fucked up. I said it once and I'll say it again. People love to just talk shit about things that they have no fucking clue clue about. They think that because you're
Like you saying that everybody is paying attention to you and judging you negatively when nobody's even paying attention. That's ironic.
fat, it's just because you ate your way to that weight.
How dare they assume that you were in some sort of caloric surplus that led to your weight gain, even though that's literally how weight gain works.
That you're lazy, that you're unproductive, that you ain't
No, when I see someone who is obese, I just see somebody who has taken in more calories than they burned, likely because they're eating a lot of highly processed and sugary food that has ridiculous amounts of calories in it that nobody could burn off, really. And I also see them as somebody who's addicted to this processed food, and they won't realize it until they have quit the habit. That's how I see obese people. I just see them as somebody who is currently struggling with an addiction and needs a little bit of guidance on diet. That's how I see obese people, straight up. Not every obese person is lazy. Dude, the entire world told us that fat was fattening and salt was bad for you, and sugar was just fine, okay? The Sugar Research Foundation paid off scientists at Harvard to demonize fat and salt and say that sugar was fine to consume. All of you were given that information. You were lied to. So was I. And we've all been going off of that information for the past several years, including some of your doctors are still recommending a low-fat diet. So I don't judge obese people too harshly. There was literally an entire world working against you. But I'm here now to show you the light and show you that it is actually easy to lose weight. Once you make the necessary dietary changes and stick to it long enough, you'll stop craving all that processed sugar and carbs and all those drugs that they're calling food.
That you're unhappy, that you're depressed, that you've got...
Being overweight will make you depressed, of course. Eating garbage food is going to have a negative impact on your mood, for sure. And being weighed down by all that extra stuff also makes you depressed. I've been there.
Some type of mental illness, even if that's not entirely the case. And even if we did, that's nobody's business.
You're going off the rails now, man. Can we stay focused?
Deadass is about to be 2023. I'm gonna need to come up with a better insult than, oh, you're fat. No you dumbass. Acting like I didn't already know. Get out of my face with your second grader insults. Out of here.
But I didn't say anything. Why are you getting so aggressive, man? What the heck? I will not get out of here with my second grader insults. How dare you? My mom says I'm cool. Alright, man. So she said a lot of stuff, but basically exist. Okay, so... the one day that I did not choose exist, they were basically all exist. So, like I said, thanks. That was cool. That would be narcissistic as hell, right? Anytime something bad happens, you're like, really? As if God's up there, like, personally messing with you. If I was God, I would, honestly. If I was God, I would randomly mess with people all the time just to amuse myself. What fun would it be to be God if you couldn't just randomly screw with people, right? You're like, let's give this guy a bunch of adversity in his life. Just for the hell of it, fuck him. Later on in the afterlife, I'll tell him, like, it was to, like, test his spirit or some crap, but really, it just made me laugh, you know? Let's have that dam burst right there, dude. Let's see what these fools that are living beneath it do. Yeah, you know, I'm bored. What does God do on a Sunday when he's bored? How about a couple catastrophes, you know, spice this joint up a little bit. I'm bored. And so we draw to a close on another Ticked Off Thins Tuesday. My rage level? I'm about a 3 out of 10. Just a little above baseline, you know? A bunch of random people that I do not know existing does not infuriate me as much as it used to. I'm getting old. How about you, Punchy? I'm a 7 out of 10. How dare you call my insults second grader, b****? Whoa, Punchy. Don't you dare make fun of his insults. He takes that very personally. Fellow fan people, fellow fan people, please click the like button and subscribe. 1 like equals 1 mustache Komen. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.